I'm here with one of Montreal's top restaurant owners, Peter Katsoudas. Peter, who has been in the business since he's 7 years old, and of course has owned the Ribbon Reef for 21 years. But the Ribbon Reef, Peter, is celebrating its 50th, and you just did a James Bond theme to get things rolling.
Yes, we did. We're over 50, and we found a nice to do a theme with James Bond and a cigar lounge. It was very nice. We had fun, and occasionally I like to do certain things to sort of have fun myself and give a little bit of a fun evening for our customers, since we have different rooms, so we don't bother the people who want to come in and have dinner on a regular night.
Peter, I guess you would have to be considered a success story. You came here with your family. You were a young child with your two sisters and your parents from Greece. Went to public school, started the restaurant business. Tell us a very funny story. You were only about 19 years old when you bought your first restaurant. Tell us how it happened.
That's funny. Going to school, I was always working part-time in restaurants, and I figured that it was a good business for me to go into, even though I wanted to go to university and maybe become a lawyer. But I put that on a back burner the day that I stopped in a pizzeria on Jean Talon 15th Avenue to buy a pizza to bring home. And as I'm waiting for the pizza, I started negotiating. The business side of me came in, and I started. The gentleman said that we want to sell our pizzeria, and before I knew it, I started negotiating how much they're making, what they want, what's the deal. And by the time I picked up the pizza, which was like 14 minutes, I had made a verbal offer to buy it, and 10 days later I put the money together, exercised it, and that's it. And the rest is history. And I've been in the restaurant business ever since 1972. There were times where I wanted to get out of it, and then after 25 years, you become unemployed and anything else. So I said I might as well stay in it.
Now, the Ribbon Reef, like I said, 50 years old. You took it over, and I think you've really put it into what it is today, which mainly not only a top steakhouse with great seafood and great menu, but a very, very loyal clientele. We see people who are here several days a week.
Yes, and like I said before, Mike, I've managed to do that because I build relationship with clientele, and how I do that is by having a consistent product, consistent service, and making people trust that I'm not here for the short term. I'm here for the long term. The Ribbon Reef has been there before me, and I'd like it to stay there long after I'm gone, which I don't plan on going anywhere for a long time.
And it was really the late 1990s when the recession eased and the Carry Strip started coming alive, when I think you really started moving forward, and you haven't looked back since, Ribbon Reef.
Like they say, business and its cycles. The Carry Strip had its glory in the 60s for people that remember that, and after the Carry Expressway had taken a down, and then I got into the business at the time where it was at its lowest. Then the Blue Bonnets closed down, the casino opened up, and by 1997, 98, 99, and now the Carry Strip has gotten back to its past glory, and today people in my business are looking to find locations on the street and are having a hard time. So there's full expansion on this strip. There's thousands, and I mean literally thousands of condos going around, being built around. We have all luxury dealers around here. So in front of my door, on a daily basis, there's a lot of traffic and a lot of luxury items being Ferrari dealers, Mercedes dealers, BMW dealers, Jaguar, builders. So it's an upcoming area. The Blue Bonnets area is going to be built in the whole city. So it's a whole. They're building. They're expanding with Metropolitan. So it's looking great. So the location that I have, going back in the late 90s, where I went to a consultant and says, you should get out of there as fast as you can. So I sort of didn't take his advice, and I sort of told him, I said, you're a consultant, but have you ever operated a restaurant? And he says, no. So here I'm taking advice how to make my business better from somebody who didn't operate. So now I go down deep into my soul, and I make my decisions, and most of them are right. And if they're not, then I have to, take the consequences.
Well, Peter, we wish you all the best. We wish you another 50 years.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
Okay.